Yo guys, Andy here bringing you an update on my last video about the Crunchyroll FUNimation Partnership. The reason I'm making this video is because I actually made that last video in the heat of the moment. I was really excited. I did not have that much information and I was also rushing because I had somewhere to be. So this is a video where I'm actually just giving my nice comp thoughts with more information aware of just the entire situation. So that's why I'm making this. So for anyone that doesn't know, that is a big anime fan, Crunchyroll and FUNimation are partnering up, and basically they're partnering up. They are making it so a lot of their anime they're going to be sharing. And what exactly does this mean, and how does this affect us anime consumers? The reason this is really big news, and I'm just again giving my updated thoughts on this because again I was really excited in the last video, is that they are actually making it much more streamlined to watch the anime and how you want to watch it. And Crunchyroll has always been a company primarily known for subbing. You never go for Crunchyroll for dubs. There are a few shows that, very little few shows on Crunchyroll that are dubbed, but out of the majority or out of the giant library that they have, you primarily go for Crunchyroll for subs. FUNimation is a company that focuses on dubs, so what they are doing is, with this partnership, is that FUNimation and Crunchyroll are making it more streamlined to watch anime by moving all of one thing to one website and all of one thing to another website. So by this, I mean that FUNimation, which is a company that again has a lot of dubs and dub a majority of their shows, they always have had subs on their website. They're moving it all over to Crunchyroll. And for Crunchyroll, this means that all their shows that they have licensed, that they own, that they are going to be home video releasing and have streaming rights, they're going to be dubbing them, and they're going to be doing this with the help of FUNimation. The thing is, though, they're trying to keep it streamlined, so if you want to watch some of the shows that Crunchyroll has acquired that they are dubbing, you're going to go to FUNimation's website. And again, if you want to see any of FUNimation's shows that have subs, which is all of them, they're moving over to Crunchyroll. I like this because they're actually making it much easier, and they're increasing both the library of both of these websites that are massive. So if you want just dubs, you go to FUNimation, and if you want subs, you just go to Crunchyroll. And this is to me really cool because as someone who likes dubs and really does like a lot of FUNimation dubs, this actually makes me want to try out FUNimation now. Again, I actually want to try it again because I actually had it recently. I canceled it, but now that the price has dropped because they're moving all of their sub stuff to Crunchyroll and it's cheaper and you're primarily getting dubs, that completely interests me as a dub fan. And if you're someone who likes subs, this does not affect you in any way. You still have Crunchyroll and you're still getting your sub anime. Also, I actually want to talk about the fact that this is interesting to see how this is affecting both the companies in slightly different ways. So what I mean by that is that I said earlier that FUNimation is actually lowering the price of their subscription service for FUNimation Now. The FUNimation Now price will eventually become one single price, will become one paid plan, and it's going to be $5.99 per month, which is actually $8 cheaper than the Crunchyroll price. But again, it makes sense because they're getting rid of the subs and the simulcast, because the way FUNimation used to do paid subscription, they used to have multiple tiers. They had a sub-only plan, which was, again, you got the entire library of FUNimation, just sub-only, and you got access to their simulcast. You had a plan above that, which was dub and subs. You got access to the whole library, dubs and subs. But then there was a plan above that too, which was you get an all-access path, which was you get dub, subs, simulcast, and broadcast dubs. And to me, that was always so much. That was so many tiers, and I like that they simplified it a lot more by just saying you pay one thing and you get our whole library and future stuff from Crunchyroll, from FUNimation for $6 or $5.99. And Crunchyroll is actually the same because Crunchyroll actually hasn't really had any dub shows. They have very little, and it doesn't really affect them in a big way. Their price for Crunchyroll Premium is still the same, which is $6.95 or $7 if you just want to round it off. And the reason that I like that is because it shows how it's affecting the companies in both different ways. It's not affecting the companies in a negative way because it's affecting FUNimation in a very immediate way because they're moving a lot of their library, not at once, but in the next coming weeks and months, they're going to be moving a lot of their library to Crunchyroll, but the sub-only stuff. So they're obviously going to have to cut down the price of their paid subscription model for the reason that, again, that was for getting all this stuff, but since they're cutting half of it off, they're going to lower the price. Crunchyroll is always been sub, and again, this just means they're getting more stuff sub only, so their price is still changing the same, but this just means they're kind of future-proofing, if that makes any sense, because now with this partnership, that means Crunchyroll is going to be able to get a lot of their shows dubbed by FUNimation, which is a company that has been doing this for the past 2 decades. They've been licensing, home video releasing, and dubbing anime for 20 years, which is really cool. An interesting thing that I actually want to address that I see a lot of other people not addressing is that Crunchyroll, even though they are partnering up with FUNimation to do home video release, they still own the home video license. So a lot of people think that Crunchyroll will only have the streaming license. That's not entirely true. How this works is Crunchyroll will still own their shows, like any shows that they have acquired that have a home video right release. So like Kabanari of the Kabanari, Berserk, Gintama. Even though they're going to be doing home video distribution because with Funimation, it doesn't mean that Funimation has the home video rights to it. It's just kind of Funimation is helping them out, dubbing it and also doing home video releases because they're a company that has been doing this forever and they know this really well. But Crunchyroll still has the license for home video and for home video and streaming. So hypothetically, in a year of the partnership, if there's a fallout with the partnership, and they stop doing this, that means Crunchyroll still keeps all their shows even if they're already released on home video. So if there's a Mob Psycho 100 Blu-ray and Funimation and Crunchyroll stop this partnership, that means Crunchyroll will still have the Blu-ray. They will still own the home video release of it. So that's another thing I really wanted to talk about. This also puts every other licensing company in an interesting predicament because Crunchyroll was a streaming website. They got into the whole licensing dubbing game a couple of months back, and that puts every other company at an interesting situation because there are a lot of other animes from Aniplex, from Viz Media, Sentai, Ponycon, NIS that are on Crunchyroll, and some of them are dubbed. And so, does that mean the dub of those shows are going to be going to Funimation's website? Does that mean that how does that affect them? Because Crunchyroll was a very accessible website for a lot of people. You go on that website, you watch a lot of anime because you could watch it free with ads. But now that it's also going to be going on Funimation, how does that affect the other websites? It's, to me, really interesting because a couple of months back, Aniplex put the Madoka dub of the series. They put the Blue Exorcist dub. Does that mean that's going to be going over to Funimation's website? Does that mean that they're gonna pull some of their stuff out? This is interesting because, again, there are a lot of animes that are not owned by Crunchyroll, because again, Crunchyroll just got into this, that were from other companies. Does that now mean they're going over to Funimation? How does that affect them? And it's just really interesting because there are a lot of shows by NAS on that website. There are a couple of shows by Viz Media. It doesn't really affect Viz Media in a big way. There are many shows by Sentai there, and there are a bunch of shows by Aniplex there, and it just, like, that brings up the question, does that make them have to move it? Does that make them want to take it off? And if they take it off Crunchyroll, they're taking off a very accessible website that makes it easy to watch their anime for free, so that puts all the other companies in a weird situation. At the end of the day, though, this is just really awesome news for us anime fans because it just makes it easier for us to watch anime. What are your guys' thoughts on the whole situation with Funimation and Crunchyroll? I'm super happy because it makes anime more accessible. That means we could support the industry, and that means we could keep anime alive, which is something that I'm always okay for. I'm always rooting for that. So I'm really happy for this. This is an update video. More videos shall be coming soon. If you guys reach the end of it, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye, guys.